All right, Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with Raymond Muratalla, who takes on Zaire Abdullah Saturday, May 10th at the Pachanga Arena, San Diego, on ESPN for the IBF Interim Lightweight title. First and foremost, man, I know we talked about this when the fight was originally being first called and announced, but how excited are you to have this fight officially made and in order?
Yeah, I think we'll just do a vertical because when
Yeah.
we move it to horizontal, we lose his audio and his video.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Raymond. We'll just do it vertical like that. We'll just do it like
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
do it like that. That's fine. That was
From
good
the top.
practice, right?
Yeah, from the top.
All right. All right. All right. Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with Raymond Muay Thai, who takes on Zaire Abdullah May 10th at the Pachango Arena, San Diego on ESPN for the IBF Interim Lightweight title. I know we've talked about this in the past, but how excited are you to have the official date, the announcement, and everything in order for this big opportunity?
It's definitely exciting. It's a huge opportunity for me and for my family, for my team, and just I think just the whole everything in itself is just exciting and it's just motivating, man. It just gets me one step closer so I can start calling for these big fights.
This has been a journey that you've been on for quite some time. You've been fighting top guys, for a minute, and even when there has been a fight where fight fans or writers have been a little critical, Tevin Farmer goes off and does, a performance like that against Zepeda. So it adds more credibility in the journey that got you to where you're at. And so taking on this guy who only had one loss against a guy who's a two division champion, and became undisputed, and Devin Haney. He's been on a winning streak since then and even knocked out Jorge Linares, the person that Devin didn't knock off, but he was able to. So clearly he's a guy that can be tricky, has power. What's your thoughts on your opponent since then?
Yeah, he's improved a lot. You see he's on a win streak, so he's coming to fight, man. He's not here just to fight. He's here to win and I'm on the same page, so it's gonna be a good one, I think. I think he's tough, man. He's gonna come to fight, and I can't wait, man. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I think when the fight was announced, I know that people were looking for marketable names, like marquee names, right? And I know ideally you would want the Lomachenko fight, and that's kind of the position where you wanted to be at. And so when the Zaire Abdullah fight was made and announced, he didn't have that type of star-studded name that it's the casual fans up to grab. So for that, do you view this as potentially one of the most, if not the most dangerous fight on paper because of the fact that, the things that he's done and accomplished?
Um, I do think it's gonna be a tough fight, man. But there's a lot more dangerous people than him. I do think it's gonna be a tough fight though, and I don't know, man. It's just one of those. I'm just getting closer and closer, so it's just crazy to me how this journey has come, and I can't wait, man. I'm just excited, man. That's really it.
I know your trainer Robert opened up his new his gym, and probably a little distracting because it's right next to that Round One arcade. So I know you probably want to maybe go play some games here and there, or but how is that facility like? I know that it's very fancy, very pretty, but is it really that type of grungy championship type of level gym that you always wanted to be in?
It feels great. It's super nice. It's super clean. It's I mean, nothing has really changed for me, man. My mindset has been the same, just a different gym, nicer gym, and nothing but work's been putting in that gym. So um, that's all I can really say, man. It's right by the mall too, but I'm there. I get to work, man. I'm not worried about the mall, man. Not worried about the arcade, the bowling. I'm there to put in work, man, and that's it.
Yeah, that's your, like, as ironic as that sounds, like that's where you relax at. That's your peace, right? Like if you had it your way, the gym next to the gym, you will leave the gym after a long day to go back into the gym to relax, right? That's the type of person you are.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love the gym. I love being there. All the guys, all the coaches there, they're all great. So Definitely one of those places to be, man. For real, and just chill, put in work, anything.
I know Robert has this kind of Hall of Fame, like with the stars, with the champions he placed, and I don't know since it was made to then that he picked up a new world champion. And if I'm not mistaken, if that's true, would you be the next star that would be added in the gym if everything works out?
Absolutely. They got a few stars that are just blank, and it's just motivation for all the fighters there just to wanna get our names put down on the stars. So definitely there's a few blank ones.
hmm You know, with this fight, it does set you up as an opportunity to fight or be, for Lomachenko. And I know not looking past your opponent, but by all means, if you had it your way, is Lomachenko the next fight? Is that the guy that um, ultimately will give you all the attention and praise that you would want in the boxing?
100%, man. That'll be a huge fight for me, a huge fight for the boxing, and that's something I'm looking forward to. And hopefully we can get that one on after everything goes well with this one.
Mhm.
So hopefully, man.
You know, I know that when it comes to boxers, I know Duran Ennis just recently he attained an IBF, but he didn't get to fight Terrence Crawford. And kind of like in similar situation, he felt that he needed to after he became a champion, right? Because essentially, if Lomachenko retires, you would be the champion. Would you
Yeah.
feel, in that case, I would have to fight other champions, or would you feel that, in a sense, because vacant titles happen all the time, we've seen it happen. Would you feel like that's the case? You would be a champion by the politics and certain fighters' situations?
Um, I don't I don't really know. I don't know how I'd feel, but
hmm
I do know I do want the champions. So
hmm
I mean, either way, I'd want to fight the champions, whether the belts gets handed down to me, or however it goes. I'm still aiming for the champions.
hmm
So I think that don't really change.
Because I think people are kind of thinking of the idea of you and Keyshawn, or just because you guys are in the same division, same promotion company, it'd be something that's probably going to happen if everything works out. So,
100%. Yeah.
with that, I know that we've seen fighters who are favored to win, and I think your stablemate Giovanni Santillan, who recently fought Brian Norman for the same situation, interim title and things like that. What did you learn from that particular fight where you can take from in this? Because, Zaire Abdullayev is definitely a veteran, a tough guy, and not looking past the opportunity of potentially a big fight or even being elevated to a champion brings opportunity. So what do you look from that fight? Because I think that was also in San Diego and kind of similar situations of.
Yeah. Um, Definitely just to be 100% ready and really give it my all in that ring. Um, there's no way I'm losing that fight, and that's just my mindset going in. So I think one thing I really took from that is just there's no way I'm losing that fight, and I'm gonna give it my all during that time I'm in that ring.
Do you feel you know, in this camp is a little bit more, I guess, I don't want to say cliche like folk and stuff, but like is a deeper level of training compared to like when you had to fight former champion Tevin Farmer or even like a barometer fight like Nakatilia where people watch to see if you would do better than Shakur in performance. Like, does this feel a little bit different overall on how you've been training?
Um, Honestly, I don't. I've been going 100%, man. As soon as I jumped on boxing, so
hmm
I mean, definitely this is a bigger opportunity. So I'm definitely have that behind my head when I'm working out and I'm training and all that. But yeah, man, I think it adds a little bit. But I don't know, I'm just so focused on it that I've been giving it 100%. So
hmm
it's really nothing new, but it's just adds a little bit more, I guess.
No, that's yeah, and that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? Every fight's a big fight, to get you here.
Hmm.
So. Just curious, who's some of the people you got to work with or spar, if you can reveal? I know sometimes fighters don't like to, give out who they've been working with, but has there been any Young fighters or anyone that you kind of been working with that you wanted to kind of highlight or showcase and let know that you've been giving good work?
I mean, yeah, that's a hard one, man. So many guys that I don't even know their names, man, that come into the gym. There's just been a definitely a lot of different guys. Recently with Art Barrera and doing some rounds with him. The guys at the gym, some guys at the gym, and then yeah, yeah, that's a hard one.
No, yeah, that gym's loaded, so trust me,
Yeah,
it's probably round robin in there.
yeah. There's a lot of guys that come into that gym, so it's too many to try to remember.
No, you're good. Did you get a chance to work with Jose Ramirez? Because I know you guys sparred in the past, and I know that, ironically, as weird as it sounds, Jose's about to go fight Devin, and you're fighting, who Devin fought in the past. So I know that that's
Yeah.
a big fight, and I know that's your stablemate you'll be rooting for. So did you get to work with him? And if not, how's training camp been around him?
No, I haven't. I didn't work with him this camp. Um, and and training with him, I mean, in the past it's always been great. We've been going like at different times, so we really have been training like side to side. But yeah, we didn't really get any work in this camp.
For fight fans, they kind of looked at that fight as two different ways. They either kind of overlooked Jose because he's took some losses, and Devin's the pure boxer who, would be kind of, I guess, favored to win the fight because of how they're setting up the Ryan Garcia fight. But then some people feel like Devin may have not recovered 100% from the Ryan fight, and so they give
Mm.
Jose a great chance of potentially even knocking Devin off and hurting him. So from what your experience is, and I know that you'll be in support of him, is for the naysayers or the people who might feel that Jose may be a little bit, not able to pull the trigger against a young guy that's slick and defensive. What can you say that could be maybe different?
Don't be surprised if Jose catches him, because Jose is quick, man. He does got some power too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he catches Devin off guard or in between punches or anything, man. I think Jose, he definitely has power, and if he catches you, he catches you.
So, and my last question, and I appreciate you always answering all the questions. I know that once your fight's done, and then when Keyshawn fights De Los Santos, I mean, it's probably going to be something where everybody's going to be talking about because we know Tank and Lamont's going to be tied up, and then Shakur might be fighting Zepeda or whatever situation there. So, does Keyshawn get past De Los Santos, or do you see yourself and De Los Santos being for the unified championship?
Um,
Granted, if Loma doesn't come back. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, whoever is there is there. Whoever has the bout, whoever wins, I want next.
Yeah.
That's kind of all it is. I really don't care who it is, either one. I want big fights, so I'm trying to make those happen.
Awesome. Well, look, I always appreciate the time that you give me, Raymond. And for the fight fans to be either out at the Pachango Arena in San Diego or tune on ESPN May 10th, on this awesome fight night and a big opportunity that you've been waiting for a very long time. What do you want to tell them?
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate your interviews. Always chill, always relaxed, and yeah, just tune in to all the fans. May 10th, San Diego, ESPN. Catch your boy.